Let's get down to business.
The thing has no name, for it needs no language. Nevertheless, those who would submit to its word this will are rewarded in a fashion. The creature's blessings are as repulsive as they are robust. Twisted, half-human monstrosities stalk the flesh-ridden halls, protecting their gestating god.
And how's it going, Ewolf? How are you today, man? Okay, the route I like to take is I like to take this fight first, and then we go up and then to the right.
It crawls steadily upward from the pit, supported by the lattice of cyclopean pillars.
And the reasoning behind that is that gives me basically the perfect... how do I put this? It gives me the best options for doing easiest to hardest on the boss. Missed the stun on him. We missed a 91% chance stun there. Good start. Thinks we dodged. Okay, I'm just gonna leave the stunning to him then.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter. Masterfully executed.
Bartending life, eh? How's bartending anyway? That always seemed like a kind of glamorous job to me, but every job seems glamorous if you're not doing it, so... Okay, we should just be able to kill him before he gets anything else off. Fantastic.
Destroy them all.
Yeah, the Ancestor Darkest Dungeon monologues are very good.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
It makes me wonder how long the guy who actually wrote the monologues for each one of these, like, spent on them. I guess I could ask him. He normally answers my questions when I ask him. I'll probably ask Chris next time he's around how much time he actually spent writing the monologues for the Ancestor. Just out of sheer curiosity. Time for King of the Hill, so I gotta go. You can do it, Ted, I believe in you. Sounds good, Jay, but thanks, man. I'll see you around. Okay, we're gonna club the one in the third slot. Alright, got the 91% chance stun this time. I think I'd just kill here. Oh, you're saving to move to Denver, eh? Denver's a hell of a fun place, man. Well, sometimes. Alright. One of those are dead. So we can actually we can stall this one because it's, these two. That's not ideal. And that's a bleed, damn. Okay. So we need to stun the guard off him because we definitely need to kill him next. ASAP. Man, when is this guy getting his sub button? Definitely deserves it. I don't know, maybe next time I apply. I guess I may as well tell you since I'm gonna be stalling. And as fun as that is to watch. My actual, like, life plan at the moment is I'm going to, when the new content drops, I'm gonna just do a shitload of NG plus dark runs with the Antiquarian. Whether or not that'll work is still entirely up in the air, but anyway, point being, we're gonna do a whole bunch of NG plus Antiquarian runs. I suspect my numbers will be unusually good that week. Then after that week, I'm gonna send in a partnership request again. And hopefully this time we'll get it. So that's my plan, to get the sub button. And if it doesn't work that time, I'm making a fucking Patreon. I should have moved him all the way to the back, I'm bad. Oh well. Because I need her to heal herself.
Mortality clarified in a single strike.
Who fucking did it? Make Daistas. Thanks for the follow, man. I really appreciate it. Have any questions? Feel free to ask me or anyone in this awesome chat. Hope you enjoy your time here, man. Shit, I should have moved him back. I forgot to fucking do it again. What am I doing? I mean, I can just protect her anyway, so it's not a big deal, but still, like, what the fuck am I doing? Because she can't move forward. I always forget she can't move herself forward. That's the one major drawback of an Arbalist. She can't move forward, ever. Okay. Ted's Montana Grill by the Pepsi Center in Denver. I'd love to bartend out in the U.S. Oh, dude. Well, if you ever do come out here, I drive down to Denver once every month or so just to visit friends. So shit, if you're out here, man, let me know. I'd get a drink with you, fuck it. Then you could see how fucking horrible of a drunk I am. You could tell everyone. Okay, let's hug a dog. How much a bartender would make? I don't know. You would think bartenders would make a pretty decent amount, though. I guess it depends how much... Oh, okay. See, this is the problem with the woo, though. Straight up. Half the time the woo doesn't hit the target you need it to, which is like, okay. Alright, good. He's starting to do the stun. The stun is good because it's a very low damage ability. Nice, alright. We're probably just gonna deal with 10 because I don't want to fucking... I've already awooed enough. I've remembered the glory of the awoo and I don't need it in my life anymore. She picked herself up. She should be able to pick these guys up in the time I kill this and finish off all the turns. And he should be able to heal himself up. Unless we whiff. Also good option. Oh, since we whiffed him as well. Nice. Alright, 3's even better. Still actually have about a 30% chance on the stun here, may as well. Yeah, we didn't get it, that's fine. I wasn't really expecting it. Hopefully he doesn't like crit someone with a bleed here, that's the only thing that would sour this plan. Well, he bled him. Oh, he didn't bleed him. Nice. Okay. So, probably just hug a dog, get himself to max. Pick this guy up a little bit and then have these two finish it off. It also largely depends on American tips, just offhand, which is completely irrelevant to this game, but I'm stalling again, so whatever. American tips are largely based off of where you're doing your bartending for the most part. In a capital city like Denver, where the general audiences tend to be middle-class to upper-middle-class white people with stable income, you're probably getting about 20-25% base no matter what. Say you were doing it in like a college town, you're more likely to be getting around 15%. I've actually been in a group that did research on this.
But a victory nonetheless.
Okay. So, we want him to have the mark for this fight. We're definitely not going to use one of our camps because we're doing very well. We are not going to need Cry Havoc. We want the mark on. He has the mark. He has everything he needs. So he's just going to have to guard the bounty hunter right away and we're Gucci. That is best case scenario. As long as that happens, we're good. Okay. This is a heavy blight fight. Depending on what happens with those flying dudes, this could actually be difficult. Hopefully it's not. Not a fan of tip culture, eh? Yeah, I can understand that. I actually might not brought enough torches for this. Okay, is there anything else I need to do? Okay, this looks fine. So, first order of business is killing these things in the back. Okay. Stun one of them. As long as he doesn't get his turn before the bounty hunter gets off a crit strike here. Ooh, that's bad. They just knocked my stunner out of position. Ooh, and he survived, which is even worse. We need this guy to go before he revelations. Okay, revelation, someone with a torch, which is nice. That's fine. So we guard the bounty hunter. Not gonna have to worry about that for at least 3 more turns. Unfortunately, now he's in the second slot, though, so I can't guard him from torment. Okay, we'll just finish that off. Hopefully this doesn't actually banish. Good. Okay, we're gonna go for the stun here. Nice, and it knocked him back. Because we knocked him into the first 2 slots, he can't actually do a real attack, even if he had the opportunity. We're just gonna go for the fire there. Dogman should be able to finish this off. Or I could use him to finish it off. I suppose I'll just use him. Nice, alright, we have the guard, so that's not gonna get him. We guard again next turn. Just drop the mark. Nice, we're doing 30 base hits on this, which is fantastic. Yeah, we're doing 30 base hits with every single member of our party, which is extraordinary. Ha! He crit him for 6 with a stinger stab. That's hysterical. That's how tough this guy is, though. That's like a horrible crit from one of these. He also had plus 90 prot, which is nothing to laugh at. Oof, we missed. That sucks. Gonna take a little bit extra damage because we missed there. That probably should have killed. Okay, we're gonna have to take that blight off. Okay, that should prevent him from taking another turn. There we go. Should finish him off here. Do I risk him getting a turn here? Just for like, how much would I heal? It's really not much of a heal.
Prodigious size alone does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
Okay.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
The next fight we take is another stall fight. That's why I'm not terribly concerned about HP right now. Swap back on a woo. There we go. Okay, so that's pretty clean. Took almost no stress. Didn't get a revelation off on the target I didn't want him to on the first turn. Next fight's a stall fight. We get up to full health and stress. Next fight is not particularly difficult either. Unless we get shuffled by the dogs in a really unusual way. Why is it so much fun to watch you play this, man? Fuck, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I don't watch me play it. I literally have no idea. I'm gonna pick up their health just a little bit before this fight so I don't get, like, magically 100-0 crit. It should be, like, right here. There it is. Okay, so we kill these two, we have 2 party bodies, and we have a very easy, Oh. I forgot to put on my self heal. Damn. Cuts club that. Okay, they guarded the guy in the front. That sucks. We actually just used all of our stuns that I thought were gonna go on him too, so a bit unfortunate. Shouldn't matter though, in any way. Just going to increase the stalling a bit. Okay. So finish that off. Probably slam jam that so we don't have to deal with it. We should have a stun before they... Yeah, okay, we have a stun before they guard again. Which is what we needed. So he doesn't like crit finger someone. We can just swing.
A devastating blow.
Alright. Only 2 party buddies left, so now we get back to the darkest stalling. Something radio host. You know, I got told that a lot. I almost did radio here in Fort Collins for a while, but radio's a dying art as it is, so I never bothered. I did a lot of broadcasting because I graduated journalism from Colorado State University. I did a lot of broadcasting and I also wrote in the paper here for a while, but I just never bothered doing anything radio, like mostly technical stuff. This is dumb. You think so? I mean, what I constantly tell people is, let's say I lived in the world where I wasn't doing challenge runs, for example, there would probably be a lot less stalling involved, but because I'm doing challenge runs and because I can't fall back on having a decent healer, I'm gonna do this every time and feel nothing. They know this exists, they're aware that this is a game mechanic, and I fully intend to use it to my fullest. They're not gonna fix it, Kagoshi, they know it's a thing. They have actively come into people who do this streams and say, oh hey, people figured this out. Well, the only way I can put this to you, Kagoshi, and you can take it for what it's worth, if this wasn't a thing, NG plus torchless runs would not exist. I am 100% sure without insane luck, you would never be able to complete an NG plus torchless run without the stalling mechanic in these dungeons. You would have to be so incredibly lucky. Take it from a guy who's done an NG plus torchless run and an NG plus torchless run with 4 bans on his characters. There's just no way. The stalling has to exist for NG plus torchless to exist. Now, whether that's a problem with the game itself as a whole, you could argue. But whether it's currently necessary, I think it would be very, very hard to argue. You'd have to show me someone who's done an NG plus torchless without stalling in the darkest dungeon, and then I'd believe it. And to this day, nobody's been able to do that. I actually put that challenge out every time someone talks about the stalling in this game. I say, show me someone who's done NG plus torchless and has recorded it without stalling. Never seen someone do it. Don't think it's even mildly realistic, frankly. No, even RNGesus wouldn't make up for it. Like, you have to understand, NG plus torchless, the finger is a 35 stress nuke that can crit for upwards of 30 damage. You cannot make up for that in any normal way. That's just like, that's beyond any mechanic in this game making up for it. Maybe it's not supposed to be done. I mean, that's like, that's a really weird argument, because why would this be unacceptable, but that would be acceptable, that a game type would not be acceptable to be done? I don't know. I guess all I'm saying is, at the end of the day, it is what it is. There's nothing particularly wrong with using the intended game mechanics to beat the game in a way that it is possible to beat it. Yeah, actually I'm doing a pretty good job. Might actually finish this tonight. Depending on how the third one goes. It's weird to say this, but depending on my RNG in the third one, I think that one is going to actually be the hardest with no healer. Because the third one tends to be easier because you have a healer, because it's the one that is the most drawn out. So depending on my RNG in the third one, I may have to abandon a few times, which I've taken into consideration. Okay, we're pretty much good at this point. Yeah, I'm just saying, I wouldn't be sad it's in the game, because it's the only thing that enables things in this game to get done. I really wouldn't overthink it, I guess is what it comes down to.
Or is it merely a trick of the light?
Okay, 1 second, this cat is gonna scream at my door all night. Let me open this real quick. Okay, sorry about that. That was driving me nuts. Would not click on that link, by the way. I don't mind if you guys link stuff, just ask for permission and let people know what it is first. Okay, there's another fight up here. It's actually a pretty heavy stress fight. Yep. So the way this works is if I don't kill this thing before these two are dead, it starts doing a thing called stress tremors, which is actually an extremely dangerous stress move. So this is one of the only times in the game where I have to kill one of these and then kill that and then kill the other one. Otherwise I take an immense amount of stress damage. Oh god, this is a really bad time for him to be missing. The classic dungeon? This is Darkest Dungeon 2. We're gonna blind fire for initiative. That's fine. Okay, we're gonna hammer this guy. That's fine. As long as someone doesn't have a turn next turn, that's fine. I'm actually just gonna kill this first. I really didn't want to. We can't hit that, so we're gonna just have... It's either that or blind fire. It's honestly no great shakes. No shit, he's bolstered. That's really bad. How's it going, XEdgy? Oh shit. That's a 21 crit. Okay. We need to stun this now. Now that he's bolstered, that's really bad for us. Gonna take the bleed off, stun him. Okay. We need to kill him now because that's a serious problem. We should get initiative with blind fire next turn and easily kill that. There it is. Stun odds on that are not good. I'm just gonna go for this.
A decisive pummeling.
Fantastic. Gonna hug a dog. Stunning removes guard, yes. Alright, at least that one didn't crit. Probably gonna have to take the bleed off again though, because it's another immense bleed. Oh yes, Anuki, I'm streaming Darkest Dungeon. I got you, man. Sorry, I'm trying. I'm trying most of the time. Sometimes I miss it though. I actually don't want this to kill. Shit, he did max damage. Oh well. I didn't want it, but it happened anyway. We're gonna camp in the next room. The reason being, we have, between our two camps, we have enough camp to finish off the entire dungeon with full buffs. So at this point, this is where you would typically camp to finish off with full buffs.
Gathered close.
It also saves me the trouble of healing.
And uneasy companionship.
Okay. So, does he have man's best friend? He does. Fantastic. We could do full damage buffs though. If we did full damage buffs, we'd do weapons practice. Probably plan takedown, marching plan, and restring. Wait, that's more than... That doesn't even make sense. So we probably do weapons practice, restring, marching, and then I'd probably just man's best friend for him. I think we're gonna do that for full damage buffs. Although this guy has most of my damage, I kind of want to take his. Plan takedown is extraordinarily good. So we can do weapons practice, plan takedown, and just marching plan. It's not bad. Or what's our other option? I could also take this is how we do it. Or other option, man's best friend, and then I could heal him up. Okay, let's see what weapons practice gives us. We got almost perfect rolls on that. Plan takedown. Okay, cat. You can't be standing on the computer. Let's not do that. Oof. Alright. See, the thing is, that is an overkill on accuracy. For 3 costs, I'm basically just getting 5 crit, which isn't really a high value option. Unfortunately, I was dumb and I didn't bring, what's it called? Didn't bring herb, so I can't. Restring is actually going to take away some of my speed, which is really bad. God, it's such a high value skill though. I don't want to do this. I think I'm going to restring.
The light, the promise of safety.
This is the other cat. This is not my cat. Do you want me to show the cat that's not my cat? Because it's just gonna like scratch me and run away. Because for some reason, even though it doesn't like me, it loves coming in here and meowing at me. Okay. So this is another one of those fights. It's kind of... we're gonna stun this one. We're gonna try to kill the other one. Okay, well basically we're gonna double stun no matter what. We're just gonna kill whatever he doesn't guard. Please now. Okay, that's fine. She resisted the bleed, which is nice. That'll do it. Gonna stun that so he doesn't bolster. Finish that off. Show the cat that is not your cat. Okay, give me 1 second then. Let me finish the fight. The dogman should get initiative before this. I'm gonna use him to attack. Okay. He didn't get initiative. Huh. Oh. Took a little bit more damage than we needed to. We actually need to kill this first. We're gonna take a lot of stress. Some kind of flesh stick. Yes, that's the gist of it. Okay, we should get initiative this round, at least enough to kill this. Fantastic. So we have 2 turns now to heal up. We have until 5. So I'm actually going to buffer the heal on him, have him hug the dog, have him stun this. Fantastic. Actually, I suppose we can't do that, can we? There we go. Got about as much healing as we were going to get out of that. Okay, next fight's relatively easy as well.
So too will resistance.
Take Cry Havoc off, put on the mark. Okay. Now that we have full camp buffs off, we should just wipe this fight. I'm not too concerned about using food here, but we only need 8 more for the final camp, so I'm not terribly concerned about saving. We may as well use what we can. Yeah, that's fine. Treasure ahead, I'd wager. Oh, the cat. Okay, Jesus. Oh my god, you people. Here's the cat that doesn't like me. And just like yelling at me. Okay. There's your cat. We're gonna club the dog. It's a she. Her name is Medley. Like the thing from Zelda, Medley. Nice. You actually did a revelation on her who I wouldn't have had guarded. So let's put guard on him. Okay, let's try to finish this one off. No luck. If he actually pulls her up, this is really bad. Good, he didn't. I'm gonna just blind fire for initiative. Okay, we got initiative next turn now. Wow, that's actually really painful. We're gonna have to take the blight off her immediately. There we are. Okay. And have him stun the big thing. We should be able to easily kill this while that's stunned. There we are. Only good option here is just a fire. Damn. Him going last is actually sad because I wanted him to mark. We should finish him easily next turn with a mark though. Dogman's getting the shit end of all the revelations unfortunately, but what do you do? Should have the stun again here. As long as we're preventing one turn each time we're doing our job. Wow, he already took the mark off because he cycled his turns that fast. That's unfortunate. He actually cycled his turns so fast he took the mark off, and we were actually a pretty fast team. That's extraordinary. Whatever, we just need to kill this. Could hug a dog here and then have him finish it. I suppose that's the most healing we're gonna get out of this. Oh my god, he didn't finish it. That was actually a bad decision now. Okay.
The bigger the beast, the greater the glory. Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
The mark is typically not useless on these. He just cycled 3 turns instantly, which is highly unusual. Okay. Last one is by far the hardest one. The good news is the last one is actually extremely vulnerable to groups that can DPS quickly. We still have quite a bit of food to work with, and there's at least one more stall fight before the last one, which will give us the opportunity to pretty much heal to full. We also have one more camp if we need it. See you later, Samuel. Thanks for coming out, man. Need to swap a woo back on. Okay. We'll take a camp after this fight. Okay, we can stall here. Ursec, because it'd probably be nearly impossible if it was randomly generated, frankly. Like, the Darkest Dungeon would be extremely RNG heavy if it was randomly generated. Okay, we'll stun him back. This guy, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to hit this turn. Well, we have to kill one of these, so we may as well go for whichever one we can hit at the time. It's sort of irrelevant which one we kill, honestly. Okay. I'm gonna club the guard off. Uh-oh. He's getting dangerously low. Just stun there. Okay, let's just finish it off. I would tend to agree that were the Darkest Dungeon randomly generated, it would be a much different experience from time to time. I'm just saying it would be somewhat dissatisfying because the Darkest Dungeon is extremely high stakes. And what I mean by that is, like... Well, I mean, I guess it's kind of obvious in a way. Darkest Dungeon, you lose someone every time you retreat from it. It's not like other dungeons where, like, you can afford to retreat as many times as you need to. Darkest Dungeon, someone dies every time you retreat, which is completely incomparable to every other type of dungeon. So making it randomly generated, like say for example you happen to just get 4 pulls of like those finger guys, or 2 to 3 or 3 to 4 of those finger guys, that would just kill your run right there. That would actually straight up, you might lose 2 to 3 people in that, and that would just kill your run. You also lose the trinkets on those people. It would get extremely weird and grindy really quickly if Darkest Dungeon wasn't scripted. In my opinion, anyway. Okay, we're actually just gonna move him into the last slot because I need her to be able to heal herself. I actually needed the dog man in the back. I don't know why I did that because I want to stress heal. Oh, that's annoying. But yeah, if the Darkest Dungeon was actually truly randomized, I'm pretty sure people would, like, destroy their houses in this place. I mean, say that you didn't lose someone every time you retreated, I think it'd be a lot more reasonable for Darkest Dungeon to be randomized, because at least then you'd have options. But because you don't, yeah, would not be the best. This is Darkest Dungeon 2 still now. 3 will be next. 3 I imagine is going to be the hardest one, honestly. 3 has a lot of things about it that sort of randomize how it goes. unfortunately. The teleports in particular, as you've seen, can vary heavily on how your run actually plays out. I mean, you guys remember my last experience in Darkest Dungeon 3 where I got teleported to the end of the dungeon 4 times in a row? Stuff like that can actually heavily vary how your run goes. And because stalling isn't an option in that particular dungeon, which I'm sure will make several people happy, it heavily varies depending on how it goes.
Mortality clarified in a single strike.
I'm Chris Taylor. Thanks for the follow, man. I really appreciate it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me or anyone in this awesome chat. Hope you enjoyed your time here, man. Oh, well, thanks, Chris Taylor. I appreciate it, man. Glad you're enjoying your time here. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it. That's possible, Ursek. I'm just saying that with the way the game currently stands... Again, as much as people... I get a lot of people who come in here and talk about, like, making the game more difficult. You can make the game pretty damn difficult. That's all I'm going to say about this game right now. I don't think the game has a particular difficulty problem, or, like... I don't think it needs to be any harder than it is, I guess. Like, I mean, a lot of people have come in here and watched me do Darkest Dungeon NG Plus runs, and they're like, what the fuck, this guy's doing this is fucking easy. I know one other person who's completed an NG Plus Dark run. All things considered, this game is actually... I think it's hard enough, honestly, without having randomized Darkest Dungeons and all that other stuff. But this conversation happens every time I'm stalling, basically, so... Like, I make it... Okay, this is gonna sound like a really fucking shitty, arrogant thing to say, but I think when I'm doing it, it looks a lot easier than it actually is most of the time. It's really easy to say that, oh, well, this shit looks easy, like, what? This guy's just, like, stalling and stopping and all that stuff like that, but yeah, it doesn't normally work out like that. Because what you're not seeing is that everything I'm doing right now is a combination of efforts throughout the entire game to get the right traits, to build the right parties, to get to this point at all, in fact, with less than, like, a couple deaths, because I've wiped on the second Darkest Dungeon before several times, even knowing the full dungeon. I tend to agree, Chris Taylor, and they said that they're going to be addressing that in the next patch, which is going to be awesome, because if I never have to see the Wield again, it'll be too soon. Okay, we can just kill this now. Hopefully it doesn't, like, crit bleed someone right now and then ruin my day.
This expedition at least promises success.
But yeah, with full knowledge of this game and the second Darkest Dungeon, I have still wiped in the second Darkest Dungeon. I've actually done it twice. So, again, you have to kind of consider a lot of other things that are going into this. Like, the reason why this looks easier than it is because I spent the entire game locking in Beast Hater, Eldritch Hater, and then I got on guard and I never took him out again. Same thing here. Took Beast Hater on him, planned for him to go in the second Darkest Dungeon the whole game. Same with this guy. I actually ended up with just really good traits by pure luck, didn't even lock these in, but just prepped him so that he would be absolutely ready to guard in the second Darkest Dungeon. And this one has Beast Hater too. Stuff like that is kind of the unseen things that make this look easier than it may actually be when you do it yourself. Oh shit, I didn't move him up to the second slot, I'm bad. Does this matter? Yes, it does matter. It wouldn't have mattered anyway, because he would have guarded and got the finger off, but... Okay. That didn't... Oof. God, the dodges. That's nice, though. Okay. You guys are gonna hate me, but, you know. You guys are gonna hate me, but, you know. I fucking love Freddie Mercury, man. Complete side note, but Hanuki brought up Freddie Mercury, and that's what I'm gonna put out there. I fucking love Freddie Mercury. Yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah, a lot of people come in here all the time and they'll be like, why are you taking no stress? Why are you doing more damage? And it's like, it's a combination of a lot of things going on. That's actually one of the most interesting comments I get most of the time is, why are you taking less stress or doing more damage? Okay, we're gonna do a very brief stall here and then finish this off. I know, you guys hate me. I like to imagine he's both fantastic and majestic. Okay, so we're gonna be going into this last fight with very minimal stress, and we're going to be able to do full combat buffs again, which is excellent. Please no crit. Brilliant. Okay. A full camp will get us to where we need to be no matter what, so I can just finish this fight. Just gonna stun to be safe. There we go.
Brought low and driven into the mud.
Okay. So the camp's in here, there shouldn't be another fight. Okay. Then we head down, and this fight is where all of our work comes to fruition, or we get screwed. This fight is actually a bit of a dice roll.
A spark without kindling.
Depending on how many times you get crit, this can really suck. Okay. So we don't have to consider the, How many levels does the Darkest Dungeon have? 4. Okay. Combat again. That's pretty good. Plan takedown. Then I think we restring again, and I think that's good. I'm kind of tempted to Marching Plan. Would Marching Plan give him a chance? Because the only problem here is if I don't Marching Plan, he's actually pretty slow. And if he doesn't get a guard up on this guy, that's actually a serious problem. Huh. I think I might Marching Plan just to make him a little bit faster. Because guard is that big of a deal. Yeah, screw it, I'm gonna do it. The only way we really lose here is if we don't get the guard off on him in time.
As the light gains purchase,
Okay, let's do this.
spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Okay. So what we're gonna be doing here is we're gonna be killing the one in the front first. The one. Oh shit. Okay, I wanted to drop the holy water before, but oh well. We want to be dropping this one first. This one's much easier to drop. Okay, we do the bone, holy water, and we just go ham on this. We don't mark, we don't stun, we just go ham on this. I will Retribution now. Oh shit, I didn't guard. I'm so good at this game. And of course he gets Revelation. That's gonna suck dick. Please don't double. He double Revelation because I didn't guard. Okay, that's really bad. And now he's Death Stored. And that's what happens when you make one mistake. Well, he got focused. That was fucking lucky as shit.
Such a terrible assault cannot be left unanswered.
How to Not Fuck Everything Up, a book I never read. True fucking story there. God, that was so stupid. That was so stupid of me.
Perched at the very precipice of a
So fucking next level stupid. Okay, that thing's dead.
Victory. Perhaps the turning point.
Now we can start stunning. Because there's only one left. He shouldn't be able to cycle that off quickly enough for me to not take advantage of that mark. Yeah, I tunnel visioned really hard there. I was thinking of other stuff like an idiot. I get caught up in like conversations in my chat and I forget things because I'm stupid. Anyway, dog treat holy water. That's a 65 damage dog hit.
their cursed champion falls.
So to put in... Okay, so aside what just happened, the reason why that dog hit was 65 is because the thing that he was hitting was a beast. So we had 35 plus 15, that's 50. It's Eldritch too, so that's plus another 15, that's 65. Plus 100 for the mark. And it crit. And he also had the buff that gives plus 10% damage and plus 5% crit. And he was using a bone, which is another plus 50% damage. So he was doing almost 300% damage there. Oh, mark was off. There you go. And he was doing about 200%.